I'm so cold, chat. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Buffering. I totally have the program open. Right now. It's just glitching, chat. I promise. There's nothing going wrong here. Okay, why isn't it appearing, though? Hello? Wait, where am I? There I am. Okay. I forgot to open VideoTube. Oh, good, and Ouija's blue now, too. Oh, my goodness. But hello, everyone. How are we doing today? I'm so cold. I have my shirt on, and then I have a jumper, and then I have an hoodie. Because I'm so cold, and it's only June. Oh, God, it's gonna be worse. Oh, I have to go through 2 more months of this? Hell. I used to think I liked winter a lot more than summer, but I think I've switched. Back. Winter sucks. I forget it's winter down there. Yeah. The thing is, winter sucks, but it's not sucky enough to bring us snow, so that makes it even suckier. We can't even get the fun part of winter where I live. We don't get the fun part. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Welcome in, everyone. Hello, Man, Atare, and Ouija, and Cody, and Cass. How are we doing today? Exactly. It's sad and it's dry. Except it was raining. Yesterday? I don't remember. Over the weekend, there was rain. Fall is the best where I'm at. It's not too cold or hot, and it comes with some nice scenery outside. For me, spring is the best. There's something so refreshing and brightening in the world about just the world becoming warmer. Or, life becoming warmer. We're talking about how horrible winter is? Yes. Because I'm wearing 3 layers and 2 of them are jumpers. And 66% of them are jumper. There's a thing called pollen allergies. Valid. Winter is fine. Y'all are just cowards. I'm trying not to dox you, but you live north of me. Therefore, you live in warmer climate than me. So, you grew up in Victoria? Ugh. Hey, Moth, how you doing? Also, layered, it's awful. It is awful. I think I need a dressing gown, or maybe I'll put my cardigan on top. I am warming up, though. Hoodie helped. I know what cold is, kinda. Yeah. The thing is with Australian houses, they're not insulated well enough to keep a house cool during summer or keep it warm during winter. So it's just hell houses. The only thing I like about winter is Christmas, and even then, that's talking about winter in America. Exactly. Winter has nothing going for it in Australia. We don't have Christmas. We don't have, well, I guess Thanksgiving isn't winter for you guys, but we don't have New Year's. Winter is June through August. And that's just the fucking nothing months. It's not even Easter. June through August is really just the nothing burger of months. It's footy season. Winter is footy season. So I guess there's that. It's end of financial year. Okay, yeah. There's one good thing. One singular good thing to come out of winter is tax returns. I think I'm confident to say New Zealand is colder. Oh, I'm pretty sure New Zealand is colder. But I've never been to New Zealand, so I can't say I know about New Zealand cold. I will be right back. No worries, Cody. Also, hello, Wolf. How you doing? Do we want to play squares today? I haven't even had a glance at the squares today. I haven't done anything today because, you know, I had a job to go to. Only reason why. Let's play some squares. Fun fact, I once walked through a polar vortex. Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is ask, what is a polar vortex? What is a polar vortex? Excuse me? Polar vortex, more formally a circumpolar vortex, is a large region of cold, rotating air. They can exist on other... The term polar vortex can be used to describe two distinct phenomena. The stratosphere... Okay, I don't... So what? It's like a winter cyclone? Like a winter cyclone, essentially. Arctic air. Ugh. That sounds terrible. You got a surprise for me, Moth? What could that possibly be? It was just real cold. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think I've maybe experienced negative degrees like once or twice. I don't know. Just when I went to holiday in the snow and when I went to holiday in Tasmania. But where I live, I'm coastal. So it's... I say I'm coastal like it's not... Like 80% of Australia isn't considered coastal. Like everyone's fucking coastal. Everyone. Hey, Gaddion, how you doing? Still trying to figure out what's wrong with my volume? Oh, good luck with that. Oops, all coast. Oh my gosh! Moth, I just got the notification. Oh my goodness, and Ouija bought two Bejeweled games. Bejeweled is so fun. And a strawberry pin. That's so adorable. I love both of those. I'm a big Bejeweled fan. I grew up on Match 3 games. I have Bejeweled 3 on Steam, actually. Yeah. Australia is... I don't remember. It's like 70 to 80% of the population of Australia live within, I think, 100 kilometers of a coastline. We're not particularly, which is funny because we're known for our outback and stuff like that. But like, very few people actually live out there because it is so dry. It is practically uninhabitable. So everyone's congregated just along the coastlines instead. And it's limited edition. That's so cool. Is it for a game? Like, is it merch of something or is it just a general Dorby? I used to call them Dorbies as a kid. I couldn't pronounce strawberry when I was very little, so I called them Dorbies. And I also couldn't pronounce my own name when I was a kid, so I'd call myself Ketty. I'd use T's instead of L's. I have all 3 Bejeweled games now, and I've been playing the 3rd one lately. Hell yeah. Bejeweled 3 is lots of fun. I love all of the different modes. I'm really good. I used to be really good at lightning, and I'm pretty good at poker, but my mum is incredible at butterflies. The butterflies game mode. She's so much better at it than I am. Hey, Money. Did I say hey, Money? I'll say hey, Money now. If I've repeated myself, that's just how it be. I couldn't spell my name when I was 3, and I kept adding too many E's. That's so cute. That's so cute. Speaking of games, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond releases tomorrow. Hell yeah. Big hype for you. I'm glad you found a solution to hopefully getting it on Mac so you can play. Also, hey, Cook, how you doing? Well, come in. I feel like it's been a while. Since I've seen that name. I hope you're doing well, dude. Do you want to play some squares? Let's get some... Oh, sorry, I'm still on the Wikipedia page for polar vortexes. I'm still... How did you manage to get over 1 million points in Bejeweled 3? It's hard. It really just kind of depends. Like, it depends on the game mode. With butterflies, you really have to slow yourself down because you have to be very analytical and make sure you keep sight of the entire board. Butterflies, I find the hardest to get over 1 million points on. I think my mum has a record of like 3 million on the version of it that she plays. But I think Lightning and the mining one are my two best game modes, and I think Lightning I have the highest score on. I think Lightning I have potentially I feel like 15 million is too much. I'm gonna say 5. And the key to Lightning and the mining game is purely just quick thinking. You have to be as fast as fucking possible. And when I was, a tween, a teenager, and basically all I played was that game, my quick thinking was really owned, was really trained up. It's meant to be from a sort of Stardew Valley type game. I see. I need to play more farming games. Stardew Valley remains my most played Steam game. It's got just about, I've got like 350 hours on it. I was playing the game earlier today, and on the results screen after Game of Classic mode, the game showed the leaderboards and your score was on the top. That's the only way I even know about it in the first place. Oh, wait! Do you see the scores of your Steam friends when you play on Steam? Oh, that's cool as hell. I will say, on classic mode, my strategy, as the game gets harder and you start to really risk getting those no more moves voice, my strategy is to go top down. Try and match everything on the top first, and then if you can't find anything on the top few rows, then start looking further down to get more matches. That's my strategy with classic mode. Because if you do the bottom ones, then the top matches probably won't exist anymore. You won't be able to make those matches on the top. But if you go top first and then bottom, I know I'm getting to squares, I'm just yapping, don't you worry. There's inundated files from years ago. Oh yeah, I have to clean my computer all the time because one of my, I have 2 hard drives, but the first one is tiny, has like absolutely 0 memory on it. So I have to constantly clean it to make sure I have enough room to just like update something as it comes in. Hey Aaron, how you doing? Let's see. Tia. Oh shit, I need to get Twitch open on my phone because I can't see Twitch on my computer when I play squares. There we go. Where/where. Oh, that way. My bad. I've been going off of a 6 TB external storage device. That's cool. I have 2 internal hard drives and I have 1 external hard drive. So I need to look at my files. Time to yap more. Okay. My first hard drive is only 250 gigs. So I only keep like most of my like essential programs on there, like my video editing program and stuff like Firefox, like the things that I have to keep, like my word processing programs, stuff like that. Then on my second hard drive, which is 1 terabyte, that's where I keep all of my games and stuff like that. And then I have an external hard drive, which is another terabyte. Oh my goodness, the WE is already gone. I didn't even notice. And then winker, wine, fine, refine. Sorry, I had to lock in there for a second. But yeah, and then my other external hard drive is for like it's for all of my recordings that I keep. It's for all of my stream recordings. It's got all of my TikToks and YouTube shorts on it. It's basically where I back up all of my files, essentially. And mine. Oh, mien. My bad. Okay. There's an E gone. There's 4 E's. Highly recommend a 6 terabyte storage device. I might. My storage is going all right for now that I am backing up most of my old VODs to YouTube now. Like, I was struggling a little bit in the storage department because I just had so many recordings just from, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, whatever. But now that I've started moving all of my VODs over there, I need to make an announcement in the Discord that I've moved all of my Nirvana Initiative VODs over now. It's been a slow process, but we've gotten there. Knife. What you got there? A knife. No. Wife. Tent. Correct. How about mint? Kerf. Okay, that's a word I've never heard of before. Newt. Newt is correct. Nice job, Gaddion. It's been cool seeing the move, like little time capsules. Oh, absolutely. It's so... And I'll often, like, skim through those VODs and stuff. It's just interesting to see how I've developed and how the community has developed. Like, seeing faces... Well, not really faces, but seeing names in particular come and go. Seeing people change and develop. Seeing myself change and develop. Is Knifer? Whoa. Oh, bonus. Hey, Elliot, how you doing today? And, oh, CSN. Is CSN here? I didn't see CSN. That's absolutely my bad. I didn't see them say hello. And I'm doing good, Aaron. I forgot to reply to that. No, Elliot is not CSN. Elliot is Saturn. If you remember Saturn. CSN has not changed. I also bought a Game Boy Advance. Ooh, fun. I'm thinking of getting like a Game Boy or something because I do want to play every single Pokemon game like right from the very start, and I'd prefer to have it as physical media instead of like emulating it. But I feel like I need to get every Pokemon game on the devices that I own first, which means I think the next game I want to try and buy, get off of eBay, I want to get Ultra Sun. I didn't get any of the Ultras. I only ended up having, is Wi-Fi a word? Nope. I only ended up... Oh! I remember the spoilers. Twink is valid. Go for the Game Boy Advance. You can play every single type of Game Boy game on there. I will remember that. Thank you. The same way that, like, you can play every Nintendo DS game on a 3DS. And Twine. Yes, Twink is valid. Hell yeah. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Twinks, you are valid. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I got both Sun and Moon. I've now given away one of those copies. I've given Sun to my friend Elle. And I've currently started replaying Pokemon Moon, which is fun. But I want to get Ultra Sun. Because I didn't get to play either of those. And I've heard that they're pretty good. I haven't actually heard much about them, other than I think people think the plot is a little janky. Potentially. Don't quote me. Winter. Ugh. Speaking of, the GBA is backwards compatible with the original Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. So if I'm getting one, got it. It's basically a reskin with extra bits. Yeah, I don't like when games do that. I feel like Pokemon only did that successfully twice. And one of those was Platinum, which I've never played, but I've heard is incredible and solves essentially every single issue that people have about Diamond and Pearl. And then the other one I'd say is Explorers of the Sky, Mystery Dungeon. Like Time and Darkness, you get the whole plot and stuff like that. But in Explorers of the Sky, you get different characters, and you also get like side stories. You can play like 5 side chapters where you get like the POVs of characters that you don't have in the original 2. Platinum is amazing. I need to play Platinum still. I'd love to play Platinum. As I said, I don't have every Pokemon game. I don't have every single one. I have Diamond. I have Soul Silver. And when I say every, the Warp and the Weft. When I say every, I mean like every single different game. Like I don't want to get Pearl because I already have Diamond, you know? Hey, Rasira. But no, I have Diamond, I have Soul Silver, I have White, I have Black 2, I have Y, I have Moon, used to have Sun, gave it away, and then I have Brilliant Diamond, and then I have, what's the other one? Violet. Just make sure you can handle the ice types. I already did Fate. But thank you, Meh. I think I did. I tried to. There it is. Fret, I see. There's that F gone. What's the... There's 2 7 letters still. I was just gonna say, the Somnium Files reference. Yeah. The Warp and the Weft. What strange games? I'm excited for the new one. Luckily, ice eats shit to like 4 different types. Yeah, do names work? No. Well, yeah, that's a bonus. Names, you can't do proper nouns, is how it works. So, like, you can't do names of anything. Do I have a favorite Pokemon game? It's not mainline. It is Explorers of the Sky is my favorite Pokemon game. So I hope that in the future there is like a remake for that. Or it does get ported to the Switch at some point. Or the Switch 2. I also love Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. And which is another non-mainline game. But of the mainline games, Diamond, but it's not my favorite because, like, it's the best. It's just, like, my comfort game out of them, I guess. If only Ice were to eat shit IRL. True! True! Oh my goodness. Hearing everything going on in, like, LA and America in general. Stay safe out there. Obviously, keep fighting the fight, but stay safe out there, gang. I hope everyone is alright. Yeah, it is incredibly messy. Went! Ah, nice. Oh, the W's not gone? I promise I'm trying. I'm not just waiting for Mare to give me things. Teft, is that a word? Not a word, unfortunately. How about nift? Nifter? No? Tent, we have done that. Luckily I live far away from where everything's happening, so I'm not really affected by it. Neft, I just tried that. Oh no, maybe I didn't. My brain's not working. Keft? What is this? What are the J words? Jine, Jife, there. Please keep workshopping. Please keep, what, why? Niftet. Niftier. I see it now. Me when I jarry my jife. Gene wife. I hate y'all. What the hell are we talking about? Unfortunately, not G-Way. I always find it really funny when, like, a letter in the middle gets cut out really early. I'm just like, oh, you weren't popular. Surrounded by friends, and yet you were still all alone. Mintia? Okay, we've got the 7s done. That's good. We've done mink, right? Minka? No. Zeph, those are letters? I'm sorry, I'm too creative. I give emotions to everything. Jink? Jinka. Those feel like slurs. Like, when I said them, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get cancelled for this. Like, I don't know. I was just like, Re-10? Unfortunately not. We've got 4 words left, actually. We can start using hints. Which we probably don't have to do, considering 2 of them are definitely M-I. I feel like an incorrect buzzer is just gonna blast. It feels like that. Okay, there's one of those. Minette? Minette. Minter? One who mints. Okay. We got 2 more. Well, duh. Inter, and tenter. Okay. To jink is to change direction suddenly and nimbly, as when dodging a pursuer. I need to write that down. I like that, actually. I like that. I have a notebook where I write down words that I find interesting. And jink is definitely a word I now find interesting. The word that I wrote down before jink was, flounce. I like the word flounce. Or flounces. Flouncing. It's fun. All I know is Jinkies from Scooby-Doo. I didn't even make that connection. I did get... Oh, why is Ouija yellow now? Not yellow. Red. Am I okay? I also did get some Funko Pops during the week too, those being Steamboat Willie, Bendy. I saw! That's the character! I saw with the Bejeweled games that you sent a Funko Pop, but I didn't know the name, but it's Bendy from like the what's the game? Bendy and the Ink Machine? I haven't played those, but I know of the character. And I saw the 2 Coca-Cola bears. I saw those ones. All right, I am, for want of not having to go extreme overtime on today's stream, we will be moving quite early to Ace Attorney. Oh, geez. Steam, please don't try to... Okay, Steam doesn't have to update anything. Thank goodness. Ooh! Ooh! What do you mean Clay has a publisher sale? Yo? Rift of the Necromancer has a Hatsune Miku DLC? Oh my goodness. Chat, Don't Starve Together is currently $7.30 in Australian. And Don't Starve, the OG, is $3.62 Australian. Oh my goodness. Not sponsored, but like, damn, you guys. Snatch them up if you wanna. Thank you for the pipe, Ouija. And the Dark Revival, yes. I haven't played either of those, but I would like to. How do you keep everything on the computer updated? That's a really good question. There's a lot of different ways to do it. A lot of things, like, a lot of programs update, like, when you open them. For example, if you try to open Discord and there's an update waiting, Discord will update before you're allowed to go in. Quite similar with Steam. And then Steam often also automatically updates games. And there's like a specific tab where you can see what games need updating and stuff like that. When it comes to drivers and stuff, there's a myriad of different ways to know when to need to update stuff. Like there are programs you can download and stuff like that. I personally use the program, let me find this. I use the program C Cleaner. There is a free version, but I do use the paid version, which honestly, for all of the tools it's had, it's kind of ridiculously cheap. If I remember correctly, it was like $20, $30 for a year. And I was like, whoa. I was not expecting, and that's in Australian. So cheaper in that number will be less in US dollars. But that program helps clean out files. It can help to like find programs that are slowing your computer down that you can either sleep or you can uninstall. It does have a driver updater to know when your drivers need updating. And, yeah, but Teeth Cleaner is absolutely not the only one on the market. It's just the one that I've used before, and therefore I trust it. But go shopping around. You may find something that you're a lot more comfortable with, or like better, or maybe something that has even better value for money. You never know. But that's my personal recommendation. But often third-party programs are good to use just to know when things need to be done, like when programs need to be updated. I'm not sure why you have like OBS from 2021 though, because OBS does do the thing where if you open it, it'll say, there's an update. Would you like to update? So I don't know, maybe your computer might just be weird. All right. Let's change the game over. I forgot to do that last time, and I was on just chatting the whole time I was playing BioShock. That was such a mess of a stream, gang. That's not going to the VODs, I'm sorry. That's not going to the VODs channel. You can watch that for the 2 weeks, and then it is disappearing off the face of the earth. I have not done that many times. I think I've only done it once before with a Minecraft episode where I got absolutely nothing done, and there were people like being weird in my chat, and I was like, the vibes are off. And unfortunately, last stream, the vibes were also off. Not anyone's fault other than my own, really. And also the game. The game shooting itself was definitely, the vibe killer. All right, Ace Attorney. So, what did we learn? I think the big thing that we learned is that the sighting of the Yatagarasu was a fake sighting. It wasn't real. So we don't actually know if the Yatagarasu appeared at all. And if it did, we don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know what they looked like. Or at least the person saying that they're the Yatagarasu, because Kay is claiming that she is the real Yatagarasu, which I don't know. I don't know, bestie. I actually don't know who would be the real Yatagarasu out of the two. I can't tell yet. But we also learned, hey CSN, we also learned that the Alabastian embassy and the Barbalese embassy mirror each other. So have a good luck, CSN. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you're doing well. They mirror each other, so they have the same dual fireplace with the fake wall as the other embassy. Therefore, we are now turning our suspicions, I think, to Sheena, who was incredibly quick to blame Kay for being the murderer right at the beginning of the game. So I think, yeah, she's landed herself in a little bit of hot water. So today we're going to learn the Yatagarasu's true identity. Potentially. I found out the pin is from a game in early access called Cornucopia. I only know that word from the Hunger Games. I'm gonna be so real. I think it was the team that made the game I directly bought the pin from. That's so cool, though. That's so cool. I will say, though, chat, I was looking through, I usually don't mind spoilers, okay? I usually don't mind, like, overarching plot spoilers. Like, I know about characters in the Apollo Justice trilogy that I probably shouldn't know about. Like, I don't know any ins and outs of cases and stuff like that. That's the spoilers I don't like. But I'm happy with spoilers about, like, characters and stuff like that. They can be shocking, but I'm not as mad about them. I stumbled into a spoiler a few days ago about specifically this case of this game. And it was completely my fault. I was Googling something about this game and then ran into the spoiler. And, so if I don't act particularly shocked about a certain, reveal that may potentially happen this stream, it's because, unfortunately, I may have already known about it. I'll tell you if it is. Oh my goodness, I forgot that Alba looks like that. Agent Lang. Lang Ji says, little cubs, never do they know the real fury of the elder wolves. I nearly read that as furry, which I feel like the sentence would still work. What happened to your face? What do you mean? Isn't that like the usual sunglasses he wears? That's like, we've seen him wear these glasses before, right? It's really funny that Lang is kind of meant to be a wolf and like symbolize wolves and stuff like that. When he has those glasses on, he looks like an insect to me. Like, I don't know, he looks bug-eyed. Exactly! Man, we're twinning! That was me high-fiving you! What's the insect version of a furry? A buggy? A stingy? I don't know. A bee? These quotes are definitely becoming increasingly difficult to decipher. And what does that mean? It means that you never really know how angry I can get. No, I think I might know. I think buggy is the best potential term for an insect furry. I don't want to see a bug sona, though. Yes, exactly. A reptilian version is called a scaly. So, I don't know. Maybe an exoskeleton-y? Because that's what makes insects unique? The exoskeleton? But the thing is, not all insects have wings. Unless they do. And I'm silly. Maybe they just don't work the same way that some birds have wings that don't work. I dropped out of biology in year 11, so I couldn't tell you. There he is, face reveal. Mr. Prosecutor, the counterfeit bills made with Barbalese ink, they were all of Zhengfa denominations. Yes, so I heard from Ms. von Karma. But we don't know where the play money has gone. They must not have figured out that it was all burned yet. Ever since those things showed up in circulation, my country's economy has taken a big hit. Zhengfa is in financial chaos as we speak, because we can't tell the difference between our own bills and the fakes. But it's not just the money. The citizens are also worried. I've staked the honor of the House of Lang on this, and have come to this land to capture the mastermind behind this whole mess. The House of Lang. This man sounds like a Klingon. Who wants to bring honor to his name. Ants don't have wings and they're insects. That's true. According to Google, it's just invertebrate. Ah, an invertebrate. is an insect furry. I investigated how the bills were made and how the ink was smuggled into Zhongfa, and I pursued the smuggling ring all the way here. But tonight, this is where the final chapter was written. Despite my frantic efforts to chase the smuggler down, someone got to him first. And now I'm called to return home without a single answer. Agent Lang, Don't start, it's not your fault. I feel like that's the first nice thing, relatively, that Lang has ever said to Edgeworth. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault, Mr. Prosecutor. Ambassador Alba, I'm sorry for all the trouble tonight. Oh, no. I forget my Alba voice. I remember it was really weak. Oh, no. It is I who should apologize. It was all because I was not strong enough. If only I was able to think of a better solution. Quirkus, you fool! Curse your empty brain! You're being too hard on yourself, Ambassador. I take full responsibility for tonight. End of story. Where are you and where's Lang? Exactly. Does anyone else see the little finger movement that Lang is making right now? Why am I wildly uncomfortable with it? Like, his fingers kind of bend backwards a little bit in a curve. This is terrible, and it is also the only thing on the screen that's moving, so it's really getting to me. Sheena, let's go. No, she can't go. We have to talk to her. Time to return to our den. Yes. I don't like to admit it, but there's not much else for us to do but go home as well. Agent Lang, hold it! Oh, sorry. Was it Gumshoe that said hold it? My bad. Mine do that too. My fingers don't really bend backwards much. I'm not hypermobile at all. I don't think I have any hypermobility. You, Wolfman and the Secretary Idol! Hold it! Objection! Pal! I would love for just pal to be Gumshoe's. To be just Gumshoe's objection noise. Pal! Detective Gumshoe, have you got the results of the handwriting analysis already? Yup. And that note was definitely written by Mr. Cochin, sir. Just as I thought. Good work, Detective. So Damask's note, the second Damask, was written by Manny Cochin. Interesting. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. How long do you intend to hold us up for? Sorry to have made you wait, but I believe that now everyone is finally here. Agent Shinar, I'd like to ask you something if you don't mind. Yes? How exactly did you fail to see the Yatagarasu when you were in the neighboring room to where Mr. Cochin was killed? I'd like you to explain that to us. What? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, what are you doing asking her about something she didn't see? Agent Lang hasn't touched the Babal investigation at all, so I suppose I will need to explain a few things to him first. Miles Edgeworth, I can't even begin to imagine what's going on in that head of yours. The only thing going on in my head is the pursuit of the truth. Oh, that's corny. Oh, Edgeworth. Edgeworth. Oh. So much corny can make a whole cob. Make a whole field. When is AA not corny? True, I guess. Oh? sounds like you have some sort of plan. Very well, I'll supervise you until the end. Is she seriously going to treat me as a subordinate for the rest of the day? Edgeworth, you were the one that signed up for it. Edgeworth, you were the one that came up with the idea of being her subordinate, dude, and now you're having a go at her for treating you as a subordinate? Make it make sense, my guy. You're not trying to pick a fight with my subordinate on some flimsy guess, are you? I'm not trying to pick a fight, and the evidence is hardly flimsy, as you'll see. Ooh, dual face reveal. Ha, I should have known that you and I are destined to fight it out to the very end. It would appear that way. Ooh, that double point! Well, I'll prove her innocence, so let's see what you've got, Prosecutor Edgeworth. With pleasure. For my opening argument, I'll discuss the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babal, and establish exactly who it was that Kay saw. Who did Kay see? Wait, I don't remember. Agent Lang, I assume you've been briefed on Kay's testimony? You mean the suspicious person in a coat that she saw? That's right. That person is one of the keys to solving this case. The person who pretended to be the Yatagarasu. Pretended? And what do you mean by that? I wonder if Lang knows something and is covering up for it. But I feel like Lang isn't the kind of person to do that. But like, I don't know. I'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to review what Kay's mystery person did. Kay, if you could please explain for us what the person you were chasing did. Okay, you got it. I first spotted the suspicious person near the open-air stage on the Barbally side. I called out to the person, but as soon as I did, that person ran off. I thought it was rather suspicious, so I immediately gave chase. For the sake of the argument, let's call this suspicious person the Yatagarasu. Now, please tell us what happened when you chased the Yatagarasu up to the 3rd floor. Can do. I love Kay, she's just so happy all the time. I chased the Yatagarasu all the way up to the 3rd floor of the Barbalese embassy. It was a pretty straight chase down the hallway until the sudden turn. The Yatagarasu disappeared around the corner, so I did my best to catch up. When I turned to the corner, I saw the Yatagarasu run into Mr. Cochin's office. I gave chase and ran into the room. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the light. But then... Ah! Sorry, I can't scream very loud. The walls are thin. My neighbors will think something is actually wrong. Who's there? And by the time I had turned on the lights, the Yatagarasu had disappeared. When Kay entered the room, the person she was chasing was already gone. Why do you suppose that was, Agent Lang? What do you mean, why do you suppose? Isn't it obvious? The person slipped out through the door behind the girl under the cover of darkness. Sorry, but I know for a fact that the person didn't escape through that door. Oh? And how do you know that with such certainty? Well, the thing is, if someone escaped out the door, Sheena would have seen them. Because she came in after Kay, right? In her own, like, claims. That's easy. If the Yatagarasu had left through that door, they would have run right into this person. Sheena. Your answer is Sheena? Yes, because let's consider what would have happened if the Yatagarasu had used the door. When Kay screamed upon discovering Mr. Cochin's body, the Yatagarasu would have run right into Agent Sheena, who was in the next room over. Agent Sheena, would you mind telling us if you saw the suspicious person in question? No, I didn't see anyone. You see? Therefore, the Yatagarasu could not— oh, okay. I can't finish that sentence. It just means that the creep slipped out before Shinar made it under the hallway. Huh. I doubt that, as there was another person in the hallway. A certain detective. Detective Gumshoe, where were you exactly at that time? Me, sir? Well, when I heard Kay scream, I ran towards Mr. Cochin's office from the opposite direction of Agent Shinar, sir. So, Agent Lang, can you explain how someone could have eluded both of them? Even you must concede that under these circumstances, the door was not a viable route. Ugh. Ugh. I love that he growls. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. You nailed him with just an explanation of what happened. Yes. I've eliminated one of the possible escape routes from that room. But this is far from over. I need to make Agent Lang aware of that as well. Of yet another possible escape route that the Yatagarasu could have taken. Lang doesn't know about the fireplace yet, I'm assuming. Or at least the fireplace on this side. He knows about the Alabastian fireplace, but not the Barbalese one. These countries are so hard to keep up with, man. Ha 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 ha! I get it! So that's what you were trying to show me! Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, let me guess. This is what you're trying to say, right? Because the door was not a viable escape route, then there must have been another way out. Precisely. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to bust out with our revolving fireplace wall explanation, right? No, not quite yet. I feel like those two sentences are like the epitome of how the Ace Attorney games work. Like, you know what happened, you know how it happened, but you have to take like 30 steps of providing evidence to get to that point where everyone else knows the same thing that we do. Huh? But why? I thought this would be the perfect time. The revolving wall on the Barbalese side is known only to 4 people. And if we use this information unwisely, the truth may escape us in the end. What's with all the whispering over there? Scared I'll figure out your tactics? Nothing of the sort, Agent Lang. Come, let's continue where we left off. That smug, haughty attitude of yours. You really rubbed me the wrong way, you know that? Well, no matter. I figured you out already anyway. The only other possible escape route besides the door is the room's lone window. And since an eerie picture of said escape route exists, are you saying that this photo captures the moment of the Yatagarasu's escape? I guess Detective Bad must have filled him in on this photo. I have to admit that at first I thought the window to be a possible escape route as well. Well, so did I, to be honest. I was also thinking window, and then they decided revolving fireplace because they wanted to be Doctor Who. However, I now know that to be impossible. Now, I realize you may not know this, but humans can't fly. Yeah, so about that. Of course I know that. That's bloody common sense. Besides, I never said I thought that photo to be of the Yatagarasu's escape route. I suppose not. All right then, explain yourself. The shadow in this photo was not the Yatagarasu that Kay was chasing after. Wait. I know what that is. So Kay's been saying, well, potentially I know what that is. I have a theory, a game theory. I think it's the coat. 'Cause Kay said she saw a suspicious figure in a coat. So My theory is that Sheena goes into the room, kills, well, if she's the killer, but I think she might be, kills Cochin, and then shucks the coat, like, quick disposal of evidence, then goes through the fireplace to the next room. That's my theory. I think this is the coat. And the reason why we may not see the coat is because she may have dropped it into the water? And the water level obviously lowers and rises because it's connected to something else. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know if/when we'll ever get to that, but there's the idea. I love that just a theory, a game theory, is embedded in our brains like a sleeper agent. Truly. We will MatPat has unfortunately changed the brain chemistry of millions of people online. And it's not even like just his fans or people that like him. If you hate him, you still know what he says and does. You're still aware of it. You can say whatever you'd like in whatever language you want, but there's only one language I really understand, the language of evidence. Very well then. I present to you proof that the person Kay saw is not the same as the one in this photo. Wait, what? I have proof for this? Wait. Oh! Is it this? Because if you look at the oh, maybe I've got this completely wrong. Because this photo is not outside the Barbalese embassy. It's out the Alabastian one because the flag is the Alabastian flag. Do I present this? This is the Kingdom of Alabast. I'm gonna try. I'm trying it. It's wrong? What do you mean it's wrong? Okay. Does everyone have to get in on this? We know it's wrong. How was that? Okay, then I need to think back to what Detective Bad told me about when this photo... Oh, no, it's not the photo. No, it's not Paleno's testimony. It's the proof that there were two fires and the photo was taken after the... When... Is it the proof that there were two fires? Yes, okay. Oh, that took a second. Hey, second try, not that bad. Let me explain to you precisely why the shadow in this photo was not the Yatagarasu that Kay saw. Kay spotted the Yatagarasu heading for the third floor during the second fire. However, the photo in question was taken just after the first fire. Yeah, way to go. That's twice you've bit him in the butt now. Oh. Kinky? We're not done yet. You still have to explain what that shadow is, and how the Yatagarasu escaped. I don't suppose you can answer both, can you? Regarding the photo, I admit that we don't understand what it means quite yet. Ha! As I thought. However, the Yatagarasu's escape route? Now that I can answer. You can? Well then, Mr. Prosecutor, go on. Enlighten me. Even if I explain it, you'll try to find some flaw with what I have to say. You were busy heading up the Alabastian investigation, correct? In that case, I doubt you'd have much knowledge about the Barbalese side of the case. So wouldn't it be best if the lead on that side, Agent Shinar, explained in my stead? Ooh, yes. Get Shinar up to fight the fight. Subordinate versus subordinate. Why would you ooh, Aaron? Don't beat yourself up, though. We're all cringe and we are all free down here. Ugh. Shinar is my subordinate. If I don't stick up for her, how can I look her in the eyes and call myself her boss? Lang, it's alright. I can take care of him. Shinar! You shield me a lot as my boss. But it's time for me to prove my worth. Alright. If you're okay with it, then you have my support. Finally, it's down to just Agent Shinar and myself. This is where the battle really begins. Are we gonna start getting testimonies now that we have to press? Now then, what is it you'd like to ask? Let's see. Why don't we start with your movements inside the Barbalese embassy? Yeah, testimony time! During the first Barbalese fire, I assisted in putting out the fire. During the second fire, I was searching for the Yatagarasu that had appeared in Babal. Interesting. While I was searching, I heard a scream coming from the next room over. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical that the girl's Yatagarasu even exists. Ooh. And that is all I have to say. But I'm not lying when I say I saw the suspicious person running into Mr. Cochin's office. Like I said earlier, I have no intention of retracting my testimony. Good. Just to confirm, did you have a partner when you were on your investigation? No, I moved alone. In that case, you have no one to corroborate your alibi. Is that correct? Are you calling her suspicious because she was in a room by herself? How pathetic! Well, that's the exact same reason why you guys came after Kay. Because she was in a room, alone, suspicious. We're just given what we're taking, you know? And it wasn't when Agent Shinar tried to arrest Kay under the same rationale. Exactly. Hey, Cody, welcome back. It's Pride Month, so I must be proud of who I am. Exactly. We are cringe, but we are free. Thank you for the stretch moth. Thank you for the posture. Thank you for the hydrate moth. Triple whammy. And how about when you accused Larry because he was the weapon's owner? Not that it's unexpected for that useless lump to get into such a situation. Although I suppose it's never a good idea to let mistakes go uncorrected. I will make no excuse for what I did in that situation. Then you should apologize right now for making Kay out to be the pit killer, pal. Oh, blah. Pa. I need a pop filter for all the peas. I'm sorry. Shinar, apologize. Wow. Does this man potentially have the most integrity in this game? Why did she put her sunglasses back on? So she can keep taking them off dramatically every time she does something? I'm sorry. It's really okay. I mean, I'm not under suspicion anymore. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? Well, I never doubted you, not for 1 second. And the same goes for me. I believe in Shinar. Then let's put that to the test and see if she really is worthy of your trust. This promises to be interesting. All right, I need to check something real quick, actually. Can I check something? Oh, I have to present to check it. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. I'm not gonna say what I checked, but I just thought of something and I just wanted to check it. There's an Autistic Pride Day? Hell yeah! Autistic Pride Day happening in LGBTQ plus Pride Month is iconic, actually. All right, let's do some pressing, because I'm not too sure where to go here first. So you helped with the fire extinguishing effort? I was in charge of the police on the Barberley side, so I helped them with their work. Police doing the job of firemen. You really know how to work people. She sure does. That's because she's one awesome woman who knows how to manage. I guess so. She's always bringing you a business card or a scroll at just the right time. To prepare everything before I'm ordered to. That is the definition of a secretary. She kind of seems more capable than Agent Lang, doesn't she? At the very least, she's certainly more capable than you. Aww, Edgeworth! Aww. Good night, man. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you sleep well. Sheena's more than just a capable secretary, you know. Sheena, tell him what other things you're good at. All right. She's good at searching for the Yatagarasu, apparently. Press. By the second fire, you mean the one that consumed the 3rd floor of Babal, correct? Yes, that was when the suspicious person was spotted in Babal. Then you were after the same person in the long coat that I was after. There is no proof that the suspicious person was really the Yatagarasu, because no one was able to get a good look at the person's face. By the way, how was your team's investigation? In order to extinguish the fire, water was pumped into the 3rd floor via the windows, so the majority of the investigators conducted their searches on other floors. Maybe they did, but there was one person who was wandering around lost on the 3rd floor. When the fire was pretty much out, I moved to investigate the 3rd floor. And you did that alone? Yes. While I was searching, I heard a scream. So, can we present people? I always forget if we can present people. We can't present people. So how can we present that Gumshoe was also there when Sheena was there? There's no real evidence about Gumshoe's whereabouts, but I'll keep pressing then. Oh, I didn't mean to present. Leave me alone. So you were in the room next to Mr. Cochin's office? I already told you I was earlier. As I was examining the neighboring room, I heard that girl's shrill scream. Upon hearing her, I immediately ran towards Mr. Cochin's office. Wherein you proceeded to arrest her, as I recall. Yes, I did. But she was totally innocent, pal. I thought we had already cleared that up. The non-binary, thank you for the follow. Love that username. Welcome to the Strawberry Patch. I just realized that the back of the thing for the pin I got has been signed. Wow! Wait, well, Moth, you just have to play this game now. You have to check it out. I get a lot of love for it indeed. You deserve all of the love that you get for that name. Oh my goodness. And I thought I had already apologized for my behavior. Now, if the tenacious detective would be so kind as to be quiet. I have to agree. Right now is not the time to take issue with that. Both my usernames got a lot of love. What's your other one? I want to hear it. Is it another pun? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. But what I do take issue with is the fact that you didn't see the Yatagarasu, Agent Sheena. The prosecutors of this country are also strange. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse. Press. Your fave femboy. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a good one too. You were unable to catch even a glimpse, despite being in the next room? Is that true? I really hate to repeat myself. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. However, I simply wish to make sure that you are not misremembering something. We wouldn't want you to be accused of lying later on, would we? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, are you calling Shinar's testimony a lie? Agent Lang, I'm talking with Agent Shinar right now. So I'd appreciate if you wouldn't interrupt us with superfluous comments. Oh, that's a good word too. Superfluous. Growly man. Can we just pin this on Gumshoe? No! Gumshoe's been through enough. Aw, you know, I kind of feel bad for him. I understand his pain of watching one of his subordinates being accused. However, I can't turn my eyes from the truth. Lang, I'm all right. And as for you, I think you should be focusing your doubts on that girl rather than me. Ugh. And why is that? To be honest, I'm actually very skeptical the girl's Yatagarasu even exists. Press. Happy Sunday, thank you, Sane Dreamer. Happy Sunday to you too. Are you throwing Kay's words into doubt again? Well, she does claim to be the Yatagarasu, right? She did try to chase down the Yatagarasu, despite being just an average citizen. Actually, she came here with the goal of capturing the fake Yatagarasu. That's right, which is why I would never lie about anything related to the Yatagarasu. And I suppose you have proof of that somewhere? Not quite, but even without any, I have people who believe in me, and that's enough. I see. Kay's testimony is without flaw, but as for yours, well, let's just say that I find your testimony to be a bit suspicious. There seems to be a very large flaw in her testimony. Oh, what's the flaw? What's the flaw, though? Yeah, exactly. Gumshoe's already been accused of murder. One time too many. AKA once. So I don't want him getting blamed again. Oh, then why don't you show her using what we found out with Little Thief? I will in due time. The escape route of the Yatagarasu that Kay was in pursuit of, if it turns out that it really does lead right to Agent Shinar, then what is it that she's keeping from us right now? Oh, I don't know what to present here. The power of friendship isn't admissible? You'd think. But in this case, when the friendship you have is with the prosecutor, it pretty much is. I assisted in putting out the fire. During the second fire, I was searching for the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babal. While I was searching, I heard a scream coming. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse. Which one do we present on? So from what it sounds like, we're not supposed to present... But, oh... See, shit. No, I didn't mean to... Oh, I didn't mean to press that again. Okay, speed run, speed run, speed run. Speed run, speed run, speed run, speed run. Speed run, speed run. See, there's this bit. Maybe they did, but there was one person who was wandering around. So, like, are we... But there's no evidence there that can prove that Gumshoe was there, right? I don't know. A wet guitar pick. Oh, could that be like a belt to a coat? Sorry, I'm just keeping up with my... The coat fell in the fucking... Sorry, I'm still on my... This is the coat theory, even though it probably isn't. Spilled Bubbly's ink onto the back wall while the burning files in fireplace left ashes there. It's either that or those are the ashes from the fireplace. Like that clump is ashes. There are signs that the revolving fireplace on Babal's side has been used. What do we do here? The coat did it. Ah, sentient clothing. Now that would be the plot twist. Although I was in the next room, I was unable to catch a glimpse. To be honest, I'm very skeptical. I don't know what to present here. Am I meant to present or am I meant to keep pressing? I assisted in putting... Coat theory, biggest theory since FNAF 4's dream theory. What's dream theory? FNAF 4 is like the only FNAF I remember actually being kind of interested in. I assisted in putting out the fire. I don't know what... There seems to be a flaw. Why don't you show her what we found out? I will in due time. So... The escape route of the outer grass that Kay was in pursuit of. If it turns out it really does lead right to Agent Shinar, then what is it that she's keeping from us right now? What are we meant to do? Maybe we present the fireplace here? Question mark? Objection. Shit. I'm so stuck. I'm actually stuck. Like, are we meant to press again or something? Like, I feel like there's meant to be something more gapingly obvious. Okay, how about this one? Okay, no. I was unable to catch a glimpse of the Yatagarasu. What about here now? Objection. Okay, there. I just put it in the wrong place. I just presented it to the wrong testimony. Being in the room next to Mr. Cochin's office is the problem with your testimony. Ugh. Mr. Prosecutor, I don't see what problem you're talking about at all. That FNAF games 1 to 4 were the dreams of the main character of FNAF 4. Especially because of the scene, the site changed from the first 3 games to the 4th one being a bedroom. That's interesting. That being said, I don't know enough about FNAF to, like, say how much I believe in that theory. It could potentially cheapen, you know, the game, though, to have a theory of it was all a dream. It's kind of a cop-out story. Agent Lang, do you recall the secret we discovered about the Alabastian office fireplace? Huh? Oh, you mean how it connects the office with the room next door? What about it? Well, Alabast isn't the only country with secret connecting fireplaces. What? The fireplace in Mr. Cochin's office holds the exact same secret. What? The Yatagarasu didn't escape through the door to the room or the window. The escape route was through the revolving fireplace wall and into the next room over. Ugh, I love how her hair flips back. The theory's thoroughly disproven. Oh, okay. I know that show Lost got a lot of... Wait, I'm sorry? No, wait, I'm sorry? I'm sorry. I'm sorry? I'm sorry. Was Lost No, it's not it's not. I didn't know that, but I don't care about Lost. No, but it's saying it's not a dream. Everything that happened actually happened. Those that made it off the island lived out the rest of their lives. All the characters that were lost, all the characters were lost and broken in some way. So when the characters died, whether on the island or off, they all created the Flash Sideways world to deal with their issues. So they ended up making, like, fake universes to cope? What the fuck? What? That's so weird. I believe there was an episode that made it all a dream, but it was retconned. What on earth? That's so odd. Ugh. Maybe I need to watch Lost, chat, and try to see if I can understand it myself, but I don't really have the brain to understand theories and symbolism and plot lines and stuff like that. Like, if you're a Luna fan, like in K-pop, or an Artemis fan or whatever, the whole Luna storyline, like, what the hell? I don't even understand that. Some people think that at the time of FNAF 4, aka the final chapter, Dream Theory was what Scott was going for, but when he saw the fans were waging war with each other over it, he changed it with Sister Location. I don't know how to feel about that. Because, like, I feel like you should kind of commit to what you've created. But, like, if you have the power to change it to make people happier, then, like, go for it, I guess. You guys are too close to the answer, so I gotta make sure you're wrong. See, that's what, like, I don't like when that happens. Like, someone being able to figure out the answer to, like, a fun, mysterious game or a fun, mysterious show or something like that isn't a bad thing. It means you've set all of the clues correctly. It's weird. I don't know. You shouldn't just change stuff up for the whim of your fans. Like, you should definitely listen to what, like, fans want in a way, but in the end, it's your story. Like, I feel like there was another show or game or something. I feel like there was another one that was like, you were getting too close to the answer, so we changed it, but I forget what it was. I've never seen Security B though, so it wasn't that one. It's actually another show I haven't seen. It was Pretty Little Liars. It was Pretty Little Liars. They were gonna make Aria A, but then a bunch of people were guessing that Aria was A, and they were like, well, now we gotta change it. Which, like, yeah, because of that, it got super messy. You shouldn't just change things on a whim. The thing is, like, shock reveals of mysteries and stuff like that can do several things. They can A, shock people who had no idea what the reveal was going to be, maybe didn't theorize at all and just went along for the ride, or did theorize and then got it wrong in different ways. It also vindicates. Like, can you imagine how people would feel if they got it right? would you not feel like absolutely incredible? Why would you want to take that feeling away from people? Like, someone getting your theories right doesn't mean you've made it too easy. It just means you've given them an opportunity to, you know, enjoy when the reveal comes out and they're correct. Disney brought twist villains and now look at all this BS. Fuck you, Frozen. I liked Frozen. But it is correct that I feel like they didn't give Hans enough foreshadowing. Like, I feel like they had no evidence for the Hans twist, and then it got weird. You know? Hey, 70 Sept, how you doing? But yes, the thing is, twist villains were a thing before Frozen. Lost, I'm pretty sure, started and ended before Frozen even came out. Twist villains have been a thing for a while. Rasira is correct. But I do think, in a way, Frozen repopularized it, you know? Now do you see? If the Yatagarasu had escaped into the next room, then the thief would have run straight into Agent Shinar. Meaning that it's impossible for her to have missed the Yatagarasu. That's one thing Gravity Falls did right. The theorists were able to guess the twist of the second season before the twist was revealed, so Alex Hirsch decided to create a fake leak to throw off the fans from the truth and keep the original twist intact. I feel like when it comes to plot twists that are theorized and hinted at throughout long-running TV shows, I feel like I feel like Alex Hirsch with Gravity Falls is one of the only times that was done correct. Like, I've watched, like, Gravity Falls, like, video essays about, like, all of the hints and everything that you could find in all of the shows and stuff leading towards the big twist. And it's incredible what he did. And the fact that he decided, and the fact that instead of going, oh, I've made this too easy, I'm gonna change the story, he went, oh, I've made this too easy, I need to make red herrings. That's more intelligent, and also means you are still able to commit to the story that you wanted to create from the beginning. Exactly, he hoaxed it. And I think that's very intelligent. I think Alex Hirsch is great, and I think Gravity Falls, for a children's show, especially, Gravity Falls is a masterpiece. What is the meaning of this, Miles? Well, would you care to explain, Agent Shinar? How you managed to completely miss the fleeing Yatagarasu? Or shall I? Hey, Sean, how you doing? How goes it? I'm going well. We're having a chat about good and bad plot twists in movies and TV shows and games, and we're currently touching on how great Gravity Falls in particular was. And we're also playing Ace Attorney, but it seems this is going on the back burner a little bit. Your claim that you were in the next room was a lie all along, wasn't it? The truth is, you were the one Kay saw in the coat. So here it comes. Pretending to be the Yatagarasu, and you were the one she chased after. As you tried to lose her, you ran into Mr. Cochin's office and headed for the fireplace. Then you shed your coat in the next room, leaving it there to emerge as Agent Shinar. After that, you came back around to place Kay under arrest. So did she kill when she went into the room, or did she know that Cochin was already there and already dead? I've never even heard of Gravity Falls. Well, I greatly recommend it. It is a children's show, but it's one of those children's shows that's enjoyable when you're not a child. Like, when you grow up, it can still be enjoyable. I watched it at maybe 21 for the first time. Like, I didn't even watch it the first time when I was a child. I watched it for the first time when I was an adult. So, yeah, it's an amazing show. Alex Hirsch did a great job at everything because he created it and then he voiced half of the characters and he was just an amazing person. So, yeah. Highly recommend, and it has an amazing plot twist, though I guess that's kind of a spoiler. After that, you came back around to place Kay under arrest. Does that sound about right? If not, then speak now or forever hold your peace. How dare you make Kay look like the bad guy when you're the suspicious one, pal? I hope you get good food, Cass. Oh, chat. So you know how I said that I saw a spoiler? Like a big spoiler about this case? I think we're about to run into that spoiler. Shina? He. The heartbeats are terrifyingly violent in her body. Why is she causing earthquakes? He. This wasn't even the spoiler that I was thinking of. You mean there's another spoiler? Like this one? Michael Jackson be like, no. Yep, there's the spoiler. Look who it is, chat. Do we remember that sprite? That laugh. Oh my gosh. I remember this irritating laugh. Of course, Franziska needs to get an insult in. I'm getting chills down my spine. It can't be. But it has to be. Shina, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry. It was so funny that I couldn't help but laugh. Funny, you say? Yes, that you would accuse me of being the Yatagarasu. The prosecutors of this country really are all so very strange. I changed the voice preemptively, but I still think I'm right. Do you think you can get away with this by simply laughing it off? You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. It's that prosecutor who is. Huh? Look, everything you said earlier is nothing more than mere speculation. The Yatagarasu fled through the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, then you haven't proven a thing regarding the Yatagarasu's escape route. The tone of your voice you're taking with me now has certainly changed. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. I think I'll let loose, and then we can have a real battle of wits. For an agent of Interpol to show me the true power of her mind, it is a great honor. Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know. I know. And that is why I won't hold anything back either as I answer your question. My question? Here is your proof that the revolving fireplace wall in Babal was used recently. Shit, what's the proof? The Barbalese ink? Question mark?
Take that.
Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm not wrong. Yes. According to Ambassador Poleno's testimony, he said that he was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Cochin. Oh? The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they should have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up? Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Polano said that he forgot to. And so the question remains, why were the ashes missing? The answer is simple. When the Yatagarasu went through the fireplace wall, the ashes were pushed into the next room by the wall as well. The movement of the ashes that were in Mr. Cochin's office is my proof. And just what is so funny? Ash as proof? Are you even allowed to submit such flaky evidence in court? You still wish to fight us? Of course. Why wouldn't I? In that case, let's hear your counter-argument. My counter-argument, huh? This really is just like being in court. Well, to me, we're simply continuing from where we left off all those years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. It doesn't matter if we're at a crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now. I suppose. I've had a lot of fun today, but I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Wait, is this going to be the end of the... No. This can't be the end of the case, right? We still don't know who murdered everyone. I mean, it could be her, but... It's not the end of the case? Good. In my eyes, all you've proved is that the rotating fireplace wall was used. But you can't really call that proof that the Yatagarasu used the fireplace, now can you? So then, who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation, and we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Cochin's office. And there you have it, my counter-argument. That's very impressive. She's seen through to the fact that I have yet to gather that one piece of evidence. What is it, Kay? I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now. If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest of it to us. But Kay, pull yourself together. You are the true heir to the Yatagarasu name, are you not? If you want to steal the truth, then you must never take your eyes off of it. This chase you're running to catch the truth, you must see it through to the very end. Mr. Edgeworth, you're right. I will see this through to the end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth. With pleasure. Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it? Shinar, please, show me you're someone I can trust. Don't worry. This will be the deciding match. You'll see. I'm truly sorry, Agent Lang, but I simply can't allow her to escape again. Very well then, Agent Shinar. Shall we begin? I'm rubbing my hands together like a fly. I'm ready when you are. Oh, I'm scared I'm not going to be able to lock her in. I don't think I have to press this. But you can't really call that proof that the Yatagarasu used the fireplace. I don't think I need to press that. Who was it that used the rotating wall? Show me your answer with real evidence. I'm gonna press this, because I don't know what evidence I have about this. It's possible that the Yatagarasu left fingerprints inside the fireplace. Sorry, but I had the forensic team check that already. All they found were prints belonging to Ambassador Polano and Mr. Cochin. Curses! I should have known better than to think the Yatagarasu would have been so careless. But there must be some sort of evidence that we still have yet to find. I take it you have no further objections? Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation, press. So Interpol has finished examining the entire Barbalese embassy? Yes. The investigators who weren't allowed into Alabast were incredibly helpful. They all put in great efforts to search for any sign of the Adagarasu. And yet, despite all that effort, it appears that they failed to notice the lack of ash in the office fireplace. Furthermore, you were the one who inspected the room next to Mr. Cochin's. Correct? I didn't notice the ash in the fireplace of that room, and for that I am sorry. You don't need to apologize, Shinar. As your boss, your mistakes are my mistakes. So allow me to apologize for you. I'm sorry. You know, maybe this guy's not such a bad guy after all. He apologizes for his subordinate and everything. What a great boss. Are you saying that I don't do anything? You cut their pay, bro. You don't do shit for your subordinates. Nothing of the sort, sir. You're someone I really respect, sir, even if you are a bit too strict sometimes. Oh, shit, Gumshoe, don't put your foot in it. That is only a problem on your end. Wow, way to be super hard on him in response. Am I really too strict on everyone? He's becoming self-aware. Anyway, Shinar, you didn't find anything in Mr. Cochin's office, right? That's right. We finished our investigation. And we found not a single suspicious thing in Mr. Cochin's office. Oh, I don't know what to present. Is it the money? Is it the note? Is it the... Maybe this isn't the coat. Maybe it's the ash. Wait, not a single suspicious thing was found in Mr. Cochin's office. What about the wire?
Objection!
Oh my gosh, I was right. Wait, that... I didn't actually think that was gonna work. While you say that you and your agents have finished your thorough investigation, are you absolutely certain that you didn't overlook anything? Well, aren't we full of ourselves standing there insulting Interpol agents? You'd better not be insinuating that my men are incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor. I'd never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact that they did overlook something. I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire. And what exactly is this supposed to mean? A length of wire? So what about it? I'll tell you what. We found this in the Barbalese embassy not long ago. What? And we found it wound up inside the grandfather clock in Mr. Cochin's office. You found that? At the scene of Mr. Cochin's murder? But this wire wasn't all we found. We found one other very important thing. There's more? In Mr. Cochin's office? There were signs that someone had burned counterfeit bills in there. Huh. What in the... That evidence was something you found out through that girl's machine, right? So what if it was? That's what I thought. But unfortunately for you, a recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills? No. You see? So there was nothing in that office, nothing you can call evidence anyway.
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I seem to have given you the wrong impression. How so? I don't recall saying that I was presenting evidence of any sort, but rather I was pointing out that your investigation was incomplete, and that this throws doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Adagarasu. You still suspect me, I see. All right then. I ask that you point out what part of my investigation is incomplete. Oh no! Oh, this is the big one. The other Interpol agents worked under the command of Agent Shinar, and it is not possible that the reason the person K was chasing chose the third floor. was because that person knew there would be no other agents on that floor. Furthermore, we've come to see that Agent Shinar was only pretending to be investigating the Yatagarasu to the point of arresting Kay. In that case, there is one location that no one has yet to inspect. Your team's investigation was incomplete because they failed to inspect this location. The other room?
Take that!
The location, Agent Shinar, is of course the room you claimed to have examined. I believe the room next to The room next to Mr. Cochin's office warrants a thorough inspection. Even if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there. I'll be the one to decide that. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. I'm on it. I'll be right back after I check out that room next to the office. Run, Gumshoe, run! Oh, he's doing the finger thing again. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think that Miss Shinar's the Yatagarasu? Yes, if my logic is sound, I believe she is. Then I'm not going to let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu. But can you prove she's the Yatagarasu in the question? Is the question. If Detective Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping he will find, then I should be able to. Back, what did I miss? Sheena has now revealed herself to have some, extremely familiar, mannerisms to a certain person. In a former case. Specifically the last case, the one before this one. Specifically, how much she likes to, laugh. If you know what I mean. And just what are you hoping he'll find? Let's just say this. I had Detective Gumshoe do a little experiment for me earlier. An experiment? As if that detective has the brains for high science. It wasn't that mentally taxing. I had him use the same escape route as the Yatagarasu. And what did you find out by doing that? First, that it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, that by going through there, his coat was covered in ash and Barbaley's ink. Who cares what his coat was covered in? It's not worth that much anyway. Ah, but is it really worth so little? I believe that it's actually quite a meaningful result, the value of which I'm about to prove. Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things you really need to see, sir. Oh? So what are these things that you found? Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir. Yo? Edgeworth has got to be the best character in these games. Correct. I think you're correct. He's definitely my favorite character in these games. Or my second favorite. Equal first. Pearl is my other favorite. Because she's baby. I love her. She's so itty bitty. He found a coat? You heard that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the one person I was chasing was wearing. Yes, the possibility does exist. Agent Shinar, were these pieces of evidence not in that room when you examined it? Unfortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room. Aww. Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now?
Hold it!
These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them. They're my personal belongings, so you have no right to touch them without my permission. I wish to examine them for the sake of the investigation. But if you wish to deny us access to them, Agent Lang, let's hear your opinion on this. Larry is the goat. I am not sleeping on the butts. I will sleep on anything. A butts is not one of them. I say, let them look at your stuff, Shinar. Lang, Shina, let's put it all out in the open. If you're really innocent, then you have nothing to worry about. Right? I guess so. Right, go ahead and examine whatever you'd like. After all, I have nothing to hide. Good. Now let us begin. So which one of Agent Shina's belongings are you going to examine, sir? Coat first, please. Pearly is so adorable, I want to adopt her as a little sister and boop her snoot a lot every day. Exactly. My love for Pearl is like... It's like a mother's instinct. Like, I want to protect her from everything bad that has ever happened. Her and that big shiny forehead. Let's examine the coat. Yes, sir. It appears that you managed to stain your coat rather badly. Agent Shina. The Yatagarasu that Kei saw was wearing a coat, and I'm beginning to wonder if this stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace. Huh. No, you have it wrong. That soot probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire. And what about this dark substance around the hem of your coat? Oh, I didn't realize that the hem was that dirty. Thank you for the head pats, Moth. I had a friend who was wearing a shirt with the big objection graphic on it. A person came over to her house to deliver a pizza, and the guy asked, "What do you object to?" Not knowing the reference, so she just said, everything. Fair enough. Like, you know what? Me too. I also object to everything. I hate everything. Life sucks. No. I'm not that kind of person. I'm sure it's just some water mixed with soot from when I was helping with the fire. Water isn't blue! Girl? I don't think so. You think you can get away with such a transparent lie? Yeah, don't lie to us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that got on my coat when I went through the fireplace. Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. So unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace, which I can. What? How? You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe. Huh? Me? What did I do? This coat? This is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I had been hoping to find the coat that the person Kay was seen wearing. And thanks to you, we proved that going through the fireplace would sully a coat. I don't quite get what you're saying, but I'm happy for the praise, sir. All that remains is for us to show what the dark substance on the coat hem is. Oh? And you think you can do that? Of course I can. This is the dark substance that sullied the hem of this coat. It's ink. They gotta get voice actors for these games for some special editions. That would be fun. That being said, I don't know. Part of me feels like they should get some voice acting, but a part of me feels like they shouldn't. Maybe there should just be cutscenes in the games, like Professor Layton style, that are voiced, and then all of the text stuff isn't voiced, so that people can still use their own, like, voices and stuff like that. I've only known Pearl through video games about gay lawyers, but if anything happens to her, I will kill things. Agreed. Bubbly's ink. Bubbly's ink? Yes. This is what will prove that the coat went through that fireplace. According to Ambassador Poleno, he burned some files in the fireplace this morning. You told us that already, so I don't really see the point in mentioning it again. That's what Dual Destinies did? I didn't know that. And it's also what the Great Ace Attorney did. I didn't know that either. Hell yeah. My point is that he spilled some ink onto the back wall of the fireplace at that time. Huh. If the dark substance on this coat turns out to be Barbalie's ink, it would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall. Huh. Sorry to have clipped one of your wings, Yatagarasu, but we're not finished yet. But you've no way of proving whether or not this is Barbalie's ink on the coat hem. Oh, but I do. And I intend to show that it is ink in a few seconds. How? How, you ask? Well, since you don't seem to know, allow me to show you. This is how it will prove that the dark substance on the coat is Barbaley's ink. Burn that coat! We can find out whether that is Barbaley's ink or not by lighting it on fire. That's how you're going to prove that it's Barbaley's ink? Yes. If you could please cut a section of the dark stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I will show you here and now what the dark substance is. Set fire to the ink! Shinar, sorry to do this, but I'm going to have to cut off a bit of your coat. Go ahead. I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway. Happy Tuesday, Bob. Welcome in. Now then, if someone could loan me a lighter or something. Oh, I've got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs. Thank you, Kay. You are totally proving yourself as an incredibly innocent person right now. Then, if I could please have one, Kay, we can get this experiment underway. Is it It's green! The flame! It's the same color as the flame's wood crystal oil produces. Which means... Barbaley's ink is a product of wit crystal oil. And Ugh. How is the Ace Attorney going? It's going well. I'm not sure we're getting quite to the bottom of the case yet, but we're getting to the bottom of one section of it. And when lit, the ink produces a green flame. I believe the time has come to clip the Yatagarasu's other wing. Miss Shinar, you're the fake Yatagarasu. You're the one who killed my father. It's about time you came clean, Agent Shinar. Or should I say... Callisto, you... Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. You're not serious, are you? Do I look like the joking type to you? Huh. Whew. Callisto, you? I've never heard that name before in my life. That manner of speaking and that attitude. You haven't changed a bit in 7 years. You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it. Oh, really? And you have proof? You insist that I am this Callisto you woman, but you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me. Objection! The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night. However, the light of dawn has arrived, and it will reveal your true ugly form to the world. Damn! Good boom, Atare! That was a well-done boom. I may or may not have been bullying people in Battlefront 2 recently. Has it been fun? I hope not too hard. Enough poetry. I want to see some evidence. Do you really have something that can prove that she is Callisto you? I do. It's something that the second Yatagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years. Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth. I will, Kay. For we have finally come to the end. We'll prove her to be Callisto you with this, and clip the Yatagarasu's wings for good. I assume it's the perfume? Because Kay's been keeping it, and they said the second Yatagarasu has been saving it. So I'll say this. It's been fun. My last game I went 116 and 10. Is that your KD? I'm sorry, are you telling me you got a KD of 11.6? That is incredible. Hello? Not that I don't really... I don't know how Battlefront 2 works, so I don't know if that KD is actually, like... I don't know how impressive it is, but, like, to me, as a, you know, player of other ones, that sounds like a huge amount.
Take that.
This perfume. This will prove you to be Callisto you. It will? Kay has preserved it perfectly for us. Surely you remember this bottle? This belonged to Ms. Yu just before she disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on here as well. This is that bottle of perfume you spilled, which I've preserved ever since. I heard from my father, Bern Faraday, that if stored under the right conditions, a fingerprint can be preserved for decades, which means that your fingerprints are still on here. Every last one. Oh, Kay, you genius. Exactly, this thing has been in our pockets for 7 years and over 2 cases. We can clear everything up if we were to compare the prints on this to your own. Now come, Agent Sheena. Will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test? Hmm? Can she stop? I'm losing my breath. Oh, good, she stopped. It looks like you've seen right through me yet again. You're sending the biggest chill down my spine, Edgeworth. Callisto, you. So you've shown your true face at last. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than that time 7 years ago. Sheena, you're... Lang, I really enjoyed our days together. You're an insanely strong, nice, kind-hearted idiot of a man. Oh. So you were a spy all along? A mole sent by the smuggling ring I've been chasing after? Someone who has been feeding them intel on Interpol all this time? Is she getting off from this? Oh, I don't want to think that, Cody. But you know what? There's a chance. Very good. Maybe you're not as big of an idiot as I thought. Callisto, you. The woman who killed my father 7 years ago. You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu. That's right. Callisto, you. That's just one of my many names. But even that is just a facade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the great thief Yatagarasu. She's still claiming that she's the Yatagarasu? Callisto, you. This time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly. You know, you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, Kay Faraday. And had you not used the Yatagarasu's gadgets, I might have never known who you were. But here you are, being a thorn in my side, just like your father always was. Kay, don't! You! I'll never forgive you for what you did to my father. You really are just like him. Mr. Faraday, too, possessed such a laughable honesty. No. Not my baby! If she didn't go all crazy nerd, couldn't she just get all this locked in court? Probably. Yeah. Yes, the word bish is allowed. Thank you, Auto Mod. Kay! Oh! Oh, fuck. You let Kay go right now, pal! You despicable! Let go of me, you filthy... You think I'm a fake, don't you? Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu. But that's impossible! My father was the one who created Little Thief! Hey, Edgeworth. The Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is? Why it has 3 legs? There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be 1 step ahead. Were the 3 legs the 3 main reasons? First, I feel like this could have been avoided if they just checked all the suspects for weapons. The thing is, she was an Interpol agent, so I don't think they were allowed to take her weapon. I tried finding Gideon on Twitch, but they're not live. I wonder if their name will confuse them with mine. I don't know what you're talking about, Gideon. I'm sorry. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. No, it can't be. Did you finally figure it out? Do you finally know the real identity of the Yatagarasu? The real identity of the Yatagarasu is... Neither? The real identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Byrne Faraday nor Callisto Yu. But by the same token, they are also both the real Yatagarasu. Huh. How very perceptive of you. No way! The single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed. Mr. Edgeworth? No! I refuse to believe this! The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. And a lawyer would have the opportunity to learn the layout of client corporations. Is the Yatagarasu a group? Or is it just whoever wants to be the Yatagarasu can claim to be the Yatagarasu and do the work of the Yatagarasu? I'm saying Yatagarasu too much. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. And a good prosecutor would be well versed in the ways of a criminal. And skill number 3. Who's saying this bit? The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind. Ever. Who said that? The king has arrived. With the groovy music. Let's dance, chat. Get your wiggle on. Detective Bad! It was only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind. Because the lead detective on the case hid it all anyway. Wait. Was Bad the Yatagarasu? What happened to his coat? Gun holes. He keeps it and wears it as a reminder of, like, all of his near misses and how he's still alive. You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu? Well, hey, at least it kept all of them employed, you know? Like, all of them were investigating this case, therefore all of them would be getting paid for it all the time. Really, the thing they were committing is time theft. And work theft. That's the stealing they did. This is like watching the final episode of a 10-season series, but I've only seen one other episode. I feel that. I've been looking for you for a long time. 7 long years, but I finally got you. Why, Mr. Bad, long time no see. What happened to us? We used to be such a great team. Yeah, but then you killed the other member of your team, my girl. If you were such a great team, then why did you kill my father 7 years ago? Why, indeed. It was nothing personal, really. He was just another person I had to kill. How can you say that? I grow weary of this, and it's about time for everything to come to an end. And this time, I won't miss. Stop. You. Kay! It's over, Sheena. Did Lang shoot Sheena? Wait! Wait, Lang took the bullet! Wait. What? Your leg. Oh my goodness! Lang came through! Agent Lang! You idiot. What were you thinking jumping in front of my gun like that? What are you risking your life for? I'm sorry, Detective Bad, but no matter what sort of past she may have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she is my subordinate. Lang takes the role of a boss so seriously, he sacrifices himself for his subordinates. And as long as she is, I can't allow any harm to come to her. Not even from you. You really are an idiot, you know that? Ha! That's fine with me. You should know by now that this is just how I am. Hey, sis. Yes? I want you to conduct a full body search. Sheena might have another weapon on her. All right. Detective Gumshoe, your assistance, please. Sir! Hey, I found something. It's the other knife! It's the other knife! What is this, sir? It looks like the blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle. It's the other knife! From the murders! This is a great find, Detective. Huh? It is, sir? Let's try pairing up this blade with this handle. You! I believe this blade actually belongs with the handle that was on the murder weapon. Hey, they fit together perfectly. This blade must have been taken from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched. I'm going to go return this Barbalese knife now. All right. I trust that you'll make sure it is returned to Ambassador Poleno. Barbalese knife handle given to Detective Gumshoe. I believe this makes it perfectly clear who did it, Callisto Yu. For the only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Cochin's murder. Huh. Which means that you must be Mr. Cochin's killer. You killed Mr. Cochin with the Alabastian knife. Switched the handles and then took the original blade of the Barbalese knife with you. Later, you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kay near the open-air stage. You used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. Does that about sum it up?
Objection.
Ha! You craft an engaging tale, Edgeworth, but there are two problems with it. Problems? In what respect? What do you think my real reason was in allowing her to chase after me? It was also I could capture Kay Faraday. What? When I saw you using that device at Gatewater Land, I knew right away that you were Bern Faraday's daughter. I became curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were the one on the trail of the Yatagarasu. So that's why you tried to pin Mr. Cochin's murder on me? Yes. I knew you would show up at this embassy tonight. So I thought to use you. But pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal. You had another? Yes. Once I had you under arrest, I had planned to search you and take back the device that rightfully belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu. You were going to take Little Thief away from me? 7 years ago, it was thanks to that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. But he stole more than he should have. I had a tough time recovering that precious key. Then, the person who stole the Yatagarasu's key was Mr. Faraday? You. That incident 7 years ago. what was the catalyst behind it. In the eyes of the smuggling ring, the Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't an especially pleasant assignment. Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu? Do none of these criminals know what the Fifth Amendment is? The thing is, we're only kind of in America, so like, the Fifth Amendment doesn't exist. Also, we're in an embassy right now, so technically, the Fifth Amendment absolutely doesn't exist. Why? There is no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. From the beginning? What is that supposed to mean? The person I take orders from hasn't changed. Even now to this day. Does this mean that the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Cochin? Then the real ringleader is still out there pulling the strings. Are you done asking what you need to know? Because if so, we should probably get going. And you're going to tell me everything you did tonight. Do you understand, Sheena? I guess I should tell you then that I was the one who set the Barbalese embassy on fire. And why did you do that? I suppose it was to destroy all the evidence of the counterfeit bills. That was what the smuggling ring was trying to do? But then why start two fires? Sorry, but I can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation after all. I've had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride. Who's the leader of the smuggling ring, then? Is the real question. Wait. Sheena. Yes? When I fell to the floor earlier, these fell at my feet. What about them? They're such pretty hair sticks that I thought, well, that I should return them to you. You can have them. They're of no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away. No, I want to keep them. Suit yourself. What if the leader is bad? Potentially? I still think the leader is potentially one of the ambassadors. That's my current theory. Maybe Alba? I think maybe Alba's the head of the smuggling ring. I'm locking in my theory. There's like a 75% chance it's wrong, but that's the best guess I can make. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot Edgeworth. About the second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight. What? I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will. Mr. Prosecutor! Yes, Agent Lang? Mark my words, I'm not done here, and I'll be back. And it's got nothing to do with Judy or anything, because this has become my personal case. I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be. His anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg. Well, he might just be in shock, really. I think it's Edgeworth, Cody. Totally. Of course he's limping because he's shot, but he's still the one taking her away. I feel like she could easily overpower him if he's shot. It's finally over, Kay. I feel like I've peered into her heart a little, you know? And it's so cold and dark and incredibly lonely. The person who was giving her all these commands, the one who thought my father was a problem to be removed. That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring. Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold on to these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones they were selling for the Gem and Ninja show. But until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome. I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. And they're going to be evidence. There is soil on the end of the sticks. Interesting. Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh? So it's midnight. The dawn of another day. Hey, Pops. Thanks a bunch. You've really done a lot for everyone all these years. Detective Bad, don't tell me today's the day. Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. Oh, because he wanted to solve it. And it was going to be his final case. I see. Aw, that sucks though. It was down to the wire, and we almost didn't make it. But we did it. We solved everything. But that's just it. We haven't solved everything yet. The ringleader of the smuggling ring. You, the Yatagarasu, were chasing after. The legend of that Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier, it was brilliant. He can't even... Bro, just say thank you. Like, be grateful. I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you. Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Were you also a part of the Yatagarasu? As I said to you earlier, Kay, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you. Uncle Bad? Hey, don't take it so seriously. It's all just one big joke, right? Unfortunately, it isn't. Oh, come on, sir. She's just yanking on my chain, right? Isn't she, Edgeworth? Detective Bad. Wait. No, you're no longer a detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't understand why Gumshoe thinks this is a joke now. Like, what's funny? Mr. Edgeworth, here. I should give these back to you. These are the pages from my KG8 case files that the Yatagarasu stole from my office. It was Bad that stole the case files in the first case? Bro. Huh? What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, I must apologize for last night. That was bad? Ooh, he really is bad. So the Yatagarasu who stole into my room was you, was it? Wait, then that means... What? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir. It's true, even if it's not something you want to hear. The KG8 incident. It was a very emotionally trying case. We stood in that courtroom, Faraday as the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. You was the elder sister of the victim in the case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. That's when we realized that there was a limit to what the law could do. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed the Yatagarasu and vowed to bring to light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring, including companies that dealt with the Amano Group. Mr. Amano's conglomerate? We called ourselves the Yatagarasu and flexed our collective muscle. We exposed all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then, it was finally time. We had finally arrived at the moment when we'd find out the ringleader's true identity. It was then that you literally stabbed us in the heart. And Faraday, he died for it. But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KG8 incident? After Faraday's death, I looked into her past. And that's when I found out that she was a phony. The victim of the KG8 incident, CCU, had no family? She never had a sister. Oh my gosh, so we actually don't even know her real identity. What? Then that means Shinar wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto Yu was also another synonym. From the very beginning, that woman was a spy sent by the smuggling ring. She said it herself. I was determined to betray everyone from the very beginning. Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck onto this page of the case file. Please use it wisely. Trump card? That photo that we stuck on there. Try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago. It's the mark of the Yatagarasu. But why? This is a directives card from the big boss. Take a look at the back. What is this? Whoa, a code in blood! This was something Kochin had on him at the time of the KG-8 incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim of the incident, Miss CCU. But why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu? The reason why we called ourselves the Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark that the smuggling ring's boss used. This is so complicated. Apparently, orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order was supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently, it burns a bright green flame. Barbalese ink? So you mean the cards were written in Barbalese ink? The fact that the card that Kochin was sent made it into Faraday's hand at all is nothing short of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police. So that's what those white cards are. The great thief that used the mark that only those within the ring would know. Oh, so the people in the ring would be intimidated. They know someone was after them. It was our message to the ringleader that we were only a few steps behind. Oh, that's cool as hell. And one more thing, Detective Gumshoe. I'm entrusting this to you. I like that he's pulled out his lollipop when he did that. Hey, Gumshoe, you get my lollipop I've been sucking on for 7 years. What is this, sir? This is what I was talking about earlier. During the KG-8 incident trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This important, definitive piece of evidence. But I thought it was stolen. How do you have it? The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Amano! And he had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it was finally, after the other day's kidnapping case. What the? This is so convoluted. Like, I can see I feel like I'm looking at a conspiracy board with like all the red string and I can just see more string connecting in stupid, silly places, you know? Like, it's getting wild. This video. Oh, I forget what Portsman's fucking... I don't remember Portsman's voice. This is the same video as the one Mr. Portsman was trying to conceal from me. Yeah, it would seem that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Amano was preparing to take on the boss someday, and the video was his insurance. That's where that prosecutor comes in. He was to retrieve the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence. Then, that card was not the calling card of the Yatagarasu, but rather a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsman? The two pieces together make for a strong weapon for whoever holds them. The evidence Mr. Portsman thought to withhold from me, and the one that you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal, and for me to use either one is, whether you use them or not, is up to you. But they will be of help to you when you take on someone who is above the law. Ooh, above the law. Is the boss one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of? Detective Bad. There is no limit to the law, for it is the people who determine the limits to them. You still insist that, even now? You really are something else. I leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. It's time to lock up the last remaining member of the Yatagarasu. Pops! Don't ever lose your detective spirit. Pops, wait, is this happening? This isn't justice! Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved. Now let's go. Yes, sir! Does that mean Gumshoe... wait, did Gumshoe arrest Bad, or... So now Bad's going to jail too? Oh my gosh. And now Edgeworth is doing a finger movement. Above the law, like the chief from AA. No, maybe... The thing is, I feel like we're not going to get a new character introduced. I feel like Bad arrested Gumshoe? No! No, Cody. This is so much. Like, I'm following it. It's making sense, but it's so much. Barbaley's ink. It has to be. It has to be one of the ambassadors that did the killing. I feel like they're the only people left that could have potentially committed the murders. What if each of them killed the other person in the other embassy? Maybe they killed the person in their own embassy. What if once again it's the same way that there were 3 people with the Yatagarasu, maybe 2 people at the head of the smuggling ring? Maybe there's 2 ringleaders. Questions and thoughts. Is this really the end of a legend? To be continued. Oh, that was good. I'm kind of sad that it's not over yet, because I have a feeling that reveal would be better, is going to be better than what the next reveal is going to be. Somehow this will be pinned on Maya? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. No! No, I don't want to play! Exit game, please! Oh. What a good game. Is Professor Plum in the kitchen? At this point, it really could be. You never know. But I feel like it has to be one, if not both of the ambassadors. I can't imagine it being anyone else. Because I feel like it would be really... I feel like it would be really shitty, honestly, if they brought in a character right at the end. I feel like it kind of has to be the case that the ringleader is someone that we already know, instead of being someone that gets introduced at the end. Because I feel like, also, that's the way that these games work, in general. Like, the Ace Attorney games work with, like, introducing people quite early on and then figuring out that they're the murderer. I figured it out. Go for it, Cody. Let's see what you know. Let's see what's going on. And then I'll look for some potential people to raid. Got a lot of options here. So many options here. It's Larry. We are not doing this again. We are not doing the It's Larry again. Clearly Kay is the ringleader. She was 7 when everything started. I feel that is very incorrect. Let me see. Someone to wade. Someone to wade. There's always so many options. Well, you know what? Not always. But a lot of the time, there are so many options. Let's see. No. No. Whoever said a 7-year-old can't be a ringleader? I don't even know what the word... I feel like they may not even know what the word ringleader, you know, is. Like, they don't know what ringleader means. Alright. I've got a few options, I think. Actually, you know what? Fuck options. We haven't rated this person in a while, so let's go raid Lazy Cat. I know Mare's not here, but I feel like Mare would be happy that we're raiding Lazy Cat, because I know Mare's a fan. So this is for Mare. Have we ever raided Lazy Cat? I feel like we've raided Lazy Cat at least once. But hey. Maybe we haven't. You never know. She is playing Night Rain, the new Elden Ring game / DLC / whatever it is. There we go. Can start that raid. Well, thank you everyone so much for coming. Thank you everyone for the follows, for the hanging out, just for being lovely and nice. Let's send that love over to Lazy Cat. This is the raid message. Mix it up, bot. Can you respond? There we go. This is the raid message for those who are followers of the stream. And then this is the raid message for those who are subscribed to the stream. So wiggles for subs, purple hearts for non-subs. I know, what a dramatic case this was. Thank you, Bob. I hope you have a happy Tuesday as well. Later this week, we'll be retrying the Bioshock level that we struggled with. Well, we didn't really... we did struggle with it, but the biggest struggle was the fact that the game crashed and killed the save. So we'll be trying that level again, and then next week, we'll continue this game. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming. If you want to join the Discord, hang out with me and other members of the Strawberry Patch, feel free to do so. You can also vote for next month's Community Day. There's about 4 days left on the vote, I think. And then you can also follow me on my various social medias if you wish. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram. But thank you everyone so much, and I hope all of you have a really good night. Bye-bye, everyone.